My name is Eric Migicovsky. I'm a partner here at Y Combinator. The first question that I'm going to tackle is, what are the qualities that you should look for when you're hiring for your startup? I have a bit of experience doing hiring from the company that I ran before, Pebble, as well as helping a bunch of founders hire their first employees. It really depends on the stage that you're at. There's different things that I think founders and CEOs should look for in recruits. So let's start at the early stage. When you're just starting out, the biggest skill set or topic area that you should look for is flexibility of ideas. When you're starting a company, there's no roadmap. You're not following a set roadmap for what you're going to do. You will inevitably change your idea, modify things, and eventually find a product or a service that hits product market fit. But at the beginning, the quality that you'll look for from your employees and really co-founders at that stage is, do they think creatively? Do they think flexibly? Are they willing to consider different ideas or different paths? And will they attack the startup more like a problem-solving mission rather than just clocking in and clocking out? The second biggest quality that I think actually would help at pretty much all stages of your company is trust. Trust is probably one of the most important things that I look for. At the beginning, I had some pretty shitty experiences hiring people that I didn't trust. In particular, it was contractors and really people who weren't in my kind of people that I hadn't worked with before. The best people that I hired were friends and fellow students from the university that I went to, people that I had worked on school projects with, that I worked at companies with, that I already had built up a personal connection and personal relationship with. And what I realized looking back was I trusted these people. I had worked on school projects with them. I had worked at companies with them. I knew their working style. And when we sat down and hashed out a problem, I trusted them to be able to come up with a solution independently. It meant that I didn't have to constantly think, is that person going to solve this in the way that I would have, or are they going to solve it at all? I just had this level of trust that they were going to figure it out. And at pretty much every stage of working on your company, you need to have that level of trust, because if you don't, you're going to end up having to do the work yourself. So the third quality that I look for, especially in the early stage, is a multidisciplinary skill set. When you're working on a company, there are a multitude of different things that you as a founder or an early employee will need to do on practically a daily basis. Design products, debug issues, talk to customers, work with other team members, work with partners, work with external partners. And at the beginning and at the early stages, it's rare to see an employee who can act or work only in one aspect of the business. So the best people that I've hired really were able to display skills across the board, usually in one technical domain, and then also in the softer side of the business as well. On the technical side, I would not optimize for hiring necessarily deep experts in the field, because at the beginning, you may actually change and adjust and chart a new course for your product, and having a heavily kind of focused skill set on your team might actually be a long-term penalty for kind of constraining your development to a particular area. So in conclusion, the top three qualities that I look for in an early stage hire is trust. Do I trust the person? Are they flexible with respect to their creativity? And do they have a multidisciplinary skill set?